Hello friends, welcome to all of you. This is Dr. Venkatesh Gopala, Assistant Professor in Department of Chemistry at ARSS College, Vaibhavadi. This is the lecture number 1 on redox titration. Friends, we have completed a chapter on chemical calculations. I have given links for the chemical calculations in the description. Friends, in this chapter we are going to study construction of titration curves, calculation of E system in aqueous medium in case of one electron system and multiple electron system, the criteria for selection of redox indicators. Later we will see the use of diphenylamine and ferron as the redox indicators, and also some numericals based upon the redox titrations. In this video we are going to see some introductory part, that is a review on oxidation process, reduction process, redox titrations, oxidizing and reducing agents, and later we will see the brief about redox titration. Let's see one by one. Oxidation process. The oxidation process is the process in which the loss of electron takes place, or you can say it is a process in which the oxidation state of an element is increases. Okay, so this is a process in which the loss of electron takes place. It can be understood by taking one example. Here we have taken one general element, that is a M, which is in a neutral, okay, neutral form, which is in neutral, okay, and having the oxidation state is 0. Okay, after oxidation process, from one of the electron from element M is removed, okay, or lost by that element M, and form M plus ion. Okay, so this M plus ion is having the oxidation state is 1. Let's try to understand one more example. Here we have taken the negatively charged spaces, that is M minus, okay, so it is having the negative charge over it, so its oxidation state is -1. Okay, after oxidation process, the one of the electron from M minus is removed. After removal of this electron from M minus, so newly formed species is a neutral one, okay, that is a M, and its oxidation state is 0. In both the examples, if you see, the oxidation state is increases by 1 after removal of one electron. In the first example, the oxidation state was increased, changes from 0 to +1. In second one, -1 to 0. So that is a change in or increase in the oxidation state. So this is a oxidation process or oxidation reaction in which the loss of electron takes place. Now reduction process, or you can say the reduction reaction. So in this process, the gain of electron takes place, or you can say the process in which the oxidation state of an element decreases. Now it can be understood by taking an example. Okay, so in the first example we have taken the one neutral element M, okay, having the having oxidation state is 0. After addition of one electron, after gaining one electron by M, neutral M element, okay, so it will form negatively charged M minus, okay, which is having the oxidation state -1, okay, due to the presence of that negative charge over it. So here also the oxidation state changes, okay, by the addition of the electron, right? From the oxidation state is changes from 0 to -1. In the next example, we have taken a positive charged species, that is M plus, which is having the oxidation state is +1. After addition of one electron into it, okay, so that molecule, that species, the M plus become neutral and having the oxidation state 0 because it is becomes neutral. Okay, in the next third example, so we have taken one species which is having the two positive charges over it. Okay, so after accepting one electron, this species, so it's a oxidation state, or you can say the one the one of the positive charge is removed over it, and it will become monopositive. Okay, so in the initial state it is a oxidation state is a +2, and after accepting the one electron, that oxidation state reduced to 1. Okay, so in the three cases the oxidation state is decreases by 1 after accepting one electron in each case. Okay, so in first case 0 to -1, second one +1 to 0, and in third one the +2 to +1. So it is a decrease in the oxidation state. So this is all about a reduction process, or you can say the reduction reaction, in which the gain of electron takes place, and also at the same time the oxidation state of a particular element is decreases. Now redox reactions. These are the reactions which involves the loss of electron and gain of electrons, that is oxidation and reduction reactions are takes place simultaneously, and such reactions are called as a redox titration. Now this redox is the word which is in a brief which is a brief word. Okay, and it is a combination of the two different words, that is red which stands for the reduction, and OX stands for the oxidation. Okay, so it is a combination of a reduction oxidation word that becomes the redox. In general, the overall redox reactions, there is no free electron is generated. Okay, so it can be understood by taking the following example. In the first example, that is the first reaction, that is oxidation reaction, the two sodium metal atoms are taken. Okay, from two sodium metal atoms, the two electrons are removed. Okay, so after removal of electrons, we will get the sodium ion. Okay, the two sodium ions are obtained. So this is nothing but the oxidation process. In the reduction process, we have taken the chlorine molecule. Okay, and this chlorine molecule will accept two electrons in each chlorine atom element. Okay, so it will form Cl minus. Okay, so we will get the two Cl ions, right? After these two reactions, that is separated reactions, oxidation reduction, if you add these two reactions, so we will get such type of reaction. This is simple the mathematical addition of oxidation and reduction, that is above two reactions. Okay, so in this, if you see, in the oxidation state the two electrons are generated, while in the reduction the two electrons are consumed. Okay, so net resultant the two electrons are vanished. Okay, so you will get no electron in free. Okay, right? So the overall redox reaction becomes a two sodium metals combines with the chlorine molecule to give the two sodium ions and two chloride ions. So this is a overall redox reaction, so in which the loss and gain of electron takes place simultaneously, and no free electron is generated in the redox titration. So this is a redox reaction. And also the one more thing is that in redox reactions, the two separate half reactions are takes place simultaneously, that is oxidation and reduction, and they are called as a oxidation half cell and reduction half cell. So these two components are contained in the redox reactions. Now let's see oxidizing and reducing agents. The substance that decreases in oxidation state is called as oxidizing agent, while substance which increases in oxidation state is termed as a reducing agent. Now in this example, this cerium 4 plus is a oxidizing agent. Okay, so its oxidation state is reduced to +3, from +4 to +3. So this cerium 4 plus is a oxidizing agent because its oxidation state is decreases, while this Fe2 plus is act as a reducing agent because its oxidation state is increases by 1 and becomes the Fe3 plus. So this is a two different oxidizing and reducing agents, in which the oxidizing agent is decreases its oxidation state by 1, while the reducing agent, its oxidation state increases by 1. Okay, now the reaction can take place only when the suitable oxidizing agent and suitable reducing agent are brought together. Okay, as in case of the above example. Okay, so here these two uh, cerium 4 plus and Fe2 plus are called as a couples. Okay, redox couples. These are called as a redox couples. Now let's see some brief introductory part of redox titrations. Now this redox titrations involves the titration reactions in which transfer of electrons between reactant and titrant takes place. Now, to carry out this redox titration, some certain criteria are there that must be fulfilled. Okay, so in this redox titration, the reactions should be rapid. That means the reaction must be very fast, and it should be very stoichiometric, and the reaction must be go to completion, or it should be complete, and the endpoint reduction should be available. So these are the four different criteria in which involves the redox titration. Okay, the first one is the reaction must be fast, and the reaction should be stoichiometric, and the reaction should be go to completion. Okay, and the last one, that is more important, that is the endpoint reduction should be available in the redox titration. So these are the four different the requirement in the redox titrations. Now during redox titration, the both redox couples are present, and the potential of the solution changes with the addition of a concentration or the volume of the titrant, okay, from the burette. The term electrode potential of the system is illustrated by considering the titration of a ferrous system, that is Fe2 plus, with the cerium solution of Ce4. It is given, it can be given like this. Okay, so these are the electrode potentials of the system, that is during the titration of a ferrous system, that is Fe2 plus with a cerium solution Ce4 plus from the burette. Okay, so the equilibrium is attended. This equilibrium is attended after each addition of titrant. Okay, all four spaces will be present in the amount depending upon the equilibrium constant of the reaction. The two redox couples are present their electrode potential, which must be identical at any given point during the titration. So these are the two redox couples, okay, and their potentials are identical during the course of the titration. Okay, so this electrode potential, which is referred to as the electrode potential of the system. So this is all about the redox titration. In the next video or next lecture, we will going to see the construction of titration curves, in which we will see one electron system. Okay, thank you for watching.